What internet marketing expert should you spend your valuable time listening to? Listen to someone who has over 20 years of web marketing experience and hundreds of website marketing success stories. That man is Aaron Sparks from Site Strategics. And this is Edge of the Web Radio.
Article from E-Consultancy by Marcus Tober, and we were really looking to expound upon what we see happening regularly in search. Search is the new place that lends so many different things. It lends one. It gives consumers who don't know your brand the ability to find you. It gives your business a sense of legitimacy. And it's also a salesperson on behalf of you. If you have good consumer reviews, the search engines are actually lifting up those reviews and wrapping your listing around with great rating stars and recommendations and testimonials. They are packaging that search engine result ad that you've got with a lot of good information. So that didn't used to be the case. I mean, it used to be a blank slate with just a bunch of listings, but the engines are actually paying attention and creating much more value in that space, and you have to pay attention to what they're now adding to the mix. You know, it's cool that things are changing, but you have to adapt. So we've got five things that are evolving in search that we would like to talk about here. One is search results from desktop and mobile are becoming more diverse. Okay. When a digital marketing firm, Search Metrics, analyzed how search results differ by device last year, they found that more than 25% of Google results on mobile phones are different than those displayed on computers with the same words. Okay, what are they doing? They're knowing where you're coming from, what kind of device you're coming from, what you're wanting from a mobile experience as opposed to the desktop experience. Perfect example is if you're ordering pizza, right, from a desktop, or you're looking up pizza from a desktop, most likely you're ordering for a delivery. Okay, if you're on the mobile device and you're looking up pizza, what do you think you're doing? Most likely, you are actually looking for a restaurant. Okay, I mean that's a general makeup of what the engines are paying attention to now. You know, the results on tablets differ from those on computers. They're around 8% of the cases, but they're actually going to be increasing more and more. We know that searchers experience on a laptop, a bigger screen area, differ a great deal from the mobile phone. More importantly, that we see it on the mobile experience, the ad space inside of the mobile environment, those Google ads make up 2/3 of the first screen of a mobile experience. That means that mobile transaction, that mobile click-through, is incredibly valuable. Yeah. And the engines know that as well. You know, another place where there's evolution happening here is the knowledge graph. Okay. If you don't know what the knowledge graph is, it's a system that Google has introduced to enhance search results by providing popular facts about people, places, and things alongside its traditional results. It pulls data from a variety of trusted online sources like Feebase and Wikipedia and World Factbook. Okay, those knowledge graphs are very useful. It's useful for the searchers that are able to use information displayed there to resolve their questions without having to navigate to another site. Okay, that's pretty darn important because now what's happening is the ecosystem of a search is not just taking you to another place. Yeah. Now you're having more and more resources right there at your disposal.
Yeah, a good example is Super Bowl just happened a couple weeks ago. If you were to go on to Google and ask if you didn't know what time the Super Bowl started, you Google it and there'd be a nice graphic with the Broncos and the Seahawks and Super Bowl 49 and 48, Super Bowl 48 with the starting time and where it was happening, all this information about the Super Bowl. Yep. Right there, right on the Google search page.
So here's a question for you.
Yep.
Is Google writing that content, or are they just repurposing other people's content?
They're doing both, I think.
Yeah, which is kind of, I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
They're trying to be an online resource, and they're trying to capitalize on their own legitimacy.
No doubt, but they make profits off of that.
Yeah.
So,
And they've got burned a couple times too. I remember seeing one time that somebody had a search about the St. Louis Cardinals, and they pulled a Wikipedia feed about the St. Louis Cardinals, and anybody can go and edit Wikipedia, and somebody had edited bad information about threw in a couple curse words, and Google got caught.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, if your business model is based on gathering and providing simple information or facts online, then you may find you're at risk because Google is going to squeeze you down further to allow for their own knowledge, and that's going to build. They're going to have more and more in that knowledge graph area. Right?
Yeah, and knowledge graph is also working for companies. So somebody searches Site Strategics, you're going to see a nice little information about Site Strategics, our location, some reviews and stuff too. So,
but the nice thing about that is you provided that through the Google profile, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And we're feeding it through that, feeding through different images and what have you. So, point being is that you can capture and cultivate that information for Google. So whenever somebody's checking out your company's information, you can have that entire knowledge graph at your disposal. And it's great from a legitimacy standpoint by Google, right? Yep. Number 3, the role and importance of structured data in the search results is increasing. We already know that one of Google's aims is trying to answer search queries as quickly as possible with richer, useful information without requiring searchers to navigate off search pages if at all possible. I want to say that again. They are trying to cultivate that experience on their site now, not sending you to websites.
You're getting me angry.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Hey.
They're going after rich snippet spam too.
Oh, you better believe it.
This week there was a notice out on that they've tagged
for those of you that don't know what a rich snippet is, basically it's a bit of structured content that the engines look for that reflect either a product or a service, and you can actually have a rating. Yeah. Now, the fact of the matter is I've always been a little bit incredulous about why they gave us these tools, because you can actually put an average rating of this product that you can completely manipulate.
Oh, absolutely.
On your page.
They do.
So I mean, it's almost like they were baiting.
Yeah.
Because I can put up a great rich snippet.
Yeah, like breadcrumb snippets are great. Like if Lowe's winds up in the results or whatever.
Yep.
But that's based on the site, right? And then authorship is great, showing a picture of the person that wrote it. But the review one is up for grabs. That's a interesting.
Now there's a useful rich snippet. It's the video snippet, and there's some great tools that we can use to actually capture one. We do that on Edge as well as Site Strategics. Is nice. put our video we get the thumbnail right next to our video transcript or our podcast.
Nice.
Those are neat things, but the overall is that they're allowing us to cultivate and work inside of their garden, but you got to be very careful, or they'll penalize you as well. Number 4 here, user signals are becoming ever more important, but you know what? We're going to talk about user signals right on the other side of the break here, because I do want to have a little bit more conversation about that, because I think it's really important. Doug, I wanted to continue this, Douglas Carr, on from Marketing Tech Blog right here. I want to continue the couple last points about how search is evolving real quick. If I could. User signals are becoming ever more important. In recent years, we've seen Google increasing the momentum in its fight against web spam, right?
Yeah.
And
you can't fake a person that has a authority and history online.
No. See, where link building used to be creating credit for sites, now the engines are paying attention to positive user signals, such as click-through rates, bounce rates, time on a website, user visits, as well as reviews. And the positive reviews and negative reviews, the activity that's inside of somebody talking about your organization or your product or your service, is now coming into purview, and the engines are paying very close attention to them. So I can't stress enough how important the user review piece is. We have a great success story with one of our clients, Indie Trading Post, where we actually have a review tablet that we installed, a kiosk right at their point of sale, and they've had over 100 reviews on through that system, and 22 of them, 27 of them, made it to Google and respective other properties, and they are skyrocketing to the top of every search for Google for shooting range Indianapolis, ammo sales Indianapolis. By the way, these guys are great guys, so we always recommend going down to Indie Trading Post and checking them out.
Nice.
Yep, absolutely. And the fifth and final point of evolution for search is that content is increasingly required to be more in-depth. You need to have not just one page talking about something, but actually a deeper amount of content that is very intuitively generated. You just can't write a flat piece of content. You need to look at the dimensions of what a customer is actually looking for, and then be able to provide that content for them at a individual user experience level. So contextual search has become more and more prominent in this industry. On top of that, the Hummingbird update also gave us a perspective into what Google has in store for us, because they're looking for full phrases, full sentence optimization, not just keywords like where is the best Indianapolis shooting range? That's going to be Indie Trading Post, right? So, I just wanted to finish that up with those key points. That's what search is evolving into, and if you are not paying attention to that from your own business strategy, right? Yeah. You really do need to find out how you can embrace that, because the future is here. The engines are paying attention to all those factors and much, much more. So give us a call, and we can certainly help put you on the path to success there.